Hi, it's Will from StormyCastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as Epic Fantasy, and this is episode 11 of my Medieval America series, where I travel all around America seeking out medieval things. And in this episode we go to New York City, and we see two very important things: the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and the most medieval site in America, something called the Cloisters. Let's do the intro and let's take a look. Now, when we think of New York, oftentimes people think of New York City, but New York as a state is very large and very beautiful. There's a lot of various terrain, so I did some highway driving and some nice countryside driving to get to New York City, and of course I hit traffic. And my GPS says here that the Metropolitan Museum of Art, our first stop, is on the left, but it's actually there, that building with the flag, on the right. Really nice. You know, New York City is an experience all unto itself. I'm really excited to see the Cloisters, and we'll do that second. But I'm going to talk about a couple of things and some different things here that I haven't done yet in this Medieval America series, and you'll see what I mean. But they were having a special show, a special fashion show going on while I was here in the city, in the Met and in the Cloisters, and it was just quite beautiful. I was very taken aback by some of the medieval-inspired time period stuff. But of course, the Metropolitan Museum of Art is often considered to be the greatest museum in the world, and I guess we could argue that, but it's top 3 anyway, and it is quite spectacular. You get a lot of this kind of stuff, of course, which we expect. But the real reason why I came was this. They have a permanent display of medieval stuff, which is just beautiful. And I suspect some of this stuff came from the Higgins Armory, but I'm not sure, particularly the pole arms. But isn't that gorgeous? But I had a really good time, a really good day. If you're into medieval stuff, you might want to check out the Metropolitan Museum. See, and let's take a look now. I get a little bit of a surprise here for you, like I was saying, something a little bit different. Right, there's all the usual stuff, and my favorite, they have Van Goghs, which I just love, right? But they also have this, here you go, there's another work address, and a whole array of medieval stuff. And isn't that beautiful? Right here, this is the thing I wanted to talk about, the statue of Perseus with Medusa. And take a look at that sword. And I said, hey, that's kind of neat. A beautiful statue, a beautiful sword, all in marble. So I decided, I'm going to go ahead and make that project. I haven't done a project where I made something in a long time. So I made this project. Here, we'll get a sneak peek at it, but it's kind of a neat sword. Can you guess what that hook is for? So I made that sword. It's going to be a tutorial. It's all finished, and I will be posting that at some point in the near future. So we can, I know a lot of you miss my sword making, my project making stuff. I think got more coming. But here's another one. This is something called a paper theater or diorama of an Italian villa and garden. And it's circa 1730 to 1756, and it's layered so you can see, so it gives a perception of depth. So I'm going to be doing one of those too, and that's something you can look forward to making. So 2 projects came out of the Metropolitan. But let's move on to another place in New York, not far from the Met, because it's a sub-site of the Met, is something called the Cloisters, and it is the most medieval site in America, and it is probably my favorite place to go. It's a museum particularly devoted to the medieval time period of Europe. And they do it in a couple of ways. All the artwork inside is, of course, from that period. But also, large parts of the building themselves are from that time period. They were purchased, taken apart, shipped, and brought over here and reconstructed into what we call the Cloisters. So the architecture is actually authentic. It isn't like Gothic revival where they use those techniques to make something Gothic. It is actually from various parts of Europe, rebuilt here in America. Quite an enormous feat, and I love this place. And the authenticity goes a long way here. It is the most authentic medieval site in America. Like, for instance, and later on I will show you. See, they were having that fashion show here too, just wonderful. Heaven and Imagination, or something like that, Isn't that something? Look at that. But if you really wanted to get an authentic feel for that time period, the Cloisters in New York is where you would want to go. So I always enjoy myself when I come in here. Well, actually, it's only been my second time I've come to visit. Hi, it's Will. I'm here at the Cloisters in New York. It's one of my favorite places in all of America. It's just magnificent. I got some pictures and stuff and a little bit of video for you. But this is a little bit of a shot of the outside of the building. A little bit. You can't see a whole lot here. It's a wonderful day. It's just a beautiful day. So we're going to also take a look at the gardens, and the gardens are really special in that, because of the pictures, you're going to think we're outside, and I guess we kind of are outside, but we're within the central part of the Cloisters. You know what I mean? It's a nice courtyard kind of thing inside the Cloisters, which I like. And the thing about the gardens is that they keep the authenticity real, because there is about 200. Oh, here's before I say that, this is my favorite piece of work. This is this box is a wooden box, painted wooden box made out of walnut, and it's from southern France around the year 1200 to 1215. And here, there's the gardens. Like I was saying, they have 250 species of plants and herbs that actually were cultivated during the medieval period of time. So they even keep that kind of authenticity there. But isn't that beautiful? I love that. I love the Cloisters. I love the gardens. So let's take a look. Take a look at some pictures, and that's it. This fashion show was only a distinct period of time. So if you want to go to see it, it's most likely done with. But that's it. So this is Medieval America, episode 11, New York City. And hey, you see that stained glass window with the round? Those are called roundels. Maybe if I can, I'll have a blacksmith make me a few so I can do stained glass like that. And at some point in the future, I want to do some illuminated manuscript and some different types of stained glass from the time period. But that's it. All done. That's Medieval America, episode 11. So I'm back on the road again, and I get a lot of other things to see. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow along, just subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to support me, I do have various options, including PayPal and Patreon. Wouldn't you like to? And my patrons get special videos and postcards from me and other things. So that's it. Here's a few more videos you might want to watch. Thank you.